Welcome back, everyone. I am Lunaris. This is Dark Souls. And last time I said we're going to talk to this guy, because he's going to give us something that we need.
Well, this is a surprise. I get few visitors, save for ghosts. You have the Lord Vessel. Very impressive. I know exactly what your intentions are. You seek the four kings whom I guard over. This is the key to the seal. The four kings slumber in the deepest chamber of the ruins. Use this key to break the seal and open the floodgates. Oh, and do not forget, the dark wraiths reside in a dark void called the Abyss. But the Abyss is no place for ordinary mortals. Although, long ago, the knight Artorias traversed the Abyss. If you can find him and learn from him, the Abyss may prove surmountable.
Okay. So, what he has essentially just told us is that, sure, you can open the key to the seal, and you can try to get down there, but if you don't have training from the legendary knight, you're not going to get very far. The problem is that Artorias is not around anymore. But that is a-okay. We don't want to go there. Not that way. There's an item up there, but I think it's just a soul, so I'm going to leave it alone. I really just want to get to the point where I can get the ember and start grinding for upgrades. As silly as that sounds. But once we have those upgrades, we will be much better prepared. Perfect. You know, something I never really understood about the architecture of this place. I just find it really odd that they built an entire city seemingly underground. Like, I get that it's like protected by high walls and stuff, but like, there's no sunlight. They just carved a city out of these caverns. I wonder what it must have been like before it all became ruined. I think this is the way that I want to go to get to that ember quickly. I don't remember. I don't quite remember. But I do know that we will be facing our first dark wraiths down here. Here comes one now. These guys can be assholes. There are plenty more where that one came from. I don't really remember where they are. So I'm just going to take it kind of slow. Just try to make sure I can get my way to and from. If I die, it will be unfortunate, but it's not going to be insurmountable. Because the Firelink Shrine's right above, and now that I've emptied out the water, there's a neat little shortcut that you can use. So, just have to do this kind of carefully. No, it's a good thing that I didn't... I was going to say, it's a good thing that I didn't attract the attention of anything else, but... boy, was I wrong. Oh, boy. That could have been real hairy. Here comes a screaming, exploding skull. He can piss off. There's another Dark Wraith back here. Come on, homie. Oh. Those guys' armor is really cool. You can actually get a set of it if you join the Dark Wraiths. But in order to join the Dark Wraiths, you have to not give Kingseeker Frampt the urn, or the Lord Vessel. And you have to instead find a different primordial serpent named Darkstalker Koth. And I didn't do that because that's not the way I would normally play. It's pretty important to know that he's there because it's kind of hidden. Like, essentially, the only way to get to Koth is that you have to get the Lord Vessel. And once you have the Lord Vessel, you have to defeat the Lords of the Abyss, the four kings of New Londo. And if you haven't talked to Frampt after getting the Lord Vessel and you beat the four kings, he will appear, Darkstalker Koth will appear in the Abyss, and he will give you, like, he will tell you another side to the story. Because the entire time that you've been questing, you've been told, oh, you know, your purpose is to link the fire, to continue the Age of Fire. But Darkstalker Koth tells you that while that would be all well and good, what you should be trying to do is bring on the dark. Because bringing an Age of Dark, being that the Dark Soul is what humanity comes from, it's what humanity is. The little black sprite is actually fragments of the Dark Soul. So bringing on an Age of Dark is actually bringing on an age of humanity, or humans. And that's really what you want to be doing with your time. And he tells you that to bring about the Age of Man should be your purpose, and you shouldn't be such a lackey to the gods. But now that I have this very large ember, we're going to go ahead and check out what it says. Ember required for blacksmith ascension. Huge ember of the highest quality, handled by the blacksmiths of Astora. Ascension for plus 10 standard weapon, allows reinforcement to plus 15, on par with the greatest weapons of legend. And while we're at it, let's check out the key to the seal. Key to the floodgates of New Londo, which seal away the four kings who fell to dark. The sealers flooded New Londo to banish the Dark Wraiths and the Four Kings. The agonizing decision was made, and the realization that countless lives and the robust culture of the city would be lost. The victims now roam the ruins as ghosts. So all those ghosts that I've been fighting, all those people, they were drowned when the city was flooded. But to say it that way kind of mitigates the fact of what was happening to the citizens of that city once the four kings were tempted into darkness. The four kings were tempted to become dark wraiths, and they started stealing the humanity and the souls of their subjects. So, I mean, I guess the bigger question is, which fate was worse? You know, to lose it all by drowning the survivors, or to allow the survivors and the spread of the abyss outwards of New Londo, you know, which was really the biggest sacrifice. Although nobody wants to have to make that decision, I mean, obviously they did. So, I'm trying to remember. Let me see. I have 3 Titanite chunks. I know that fighting the Dark Wraiths is how I get more Titanite chunks. But the question that I have is, would it just be worth it to just go back and we'll see. Hey, there's a Titanite chunk. That's good. The Dark Wraiths drop Titanite chunks and Titanite slabs. And they drop the chunks way more reliably than they do the slabs. Which is why I'm going to have to farm them to get them. I'm going to have to farm the Dark Wraiths to get more Titanite chunks and slabs. And that's really going to be a pain in the butt for sure. There are a couple places where Titanite slabs just kind of happen. Like, you can find them on a corpse, or like after you beat a boss. One of those places is in the Undead Asylum. That boss that I did not want to fight, who always whoops my butt, will automatically drop a Titanite slab the first when you kill him. He does not respawn though, so it's not like you can farm it infinitely. Here comes the first Dark Wraith. Come on. Let's fight. Me and you. 1v1 me, homie. Alright. The reason I hesitated is because there's much more in here than just the Dark Wraiths. Down there, one of those big slime bastards. Got him. Got him! Alright. Now let's fight the slime. It's a good thing I was able to run away from that, because that would have been bad had it hit me. Titanite chunk, that's always good. Before we progress any farther, I'm going to go back and, because there is a final Dark Wraith down here, hidden behind this wall. Now the idea is to get his attention. And then get out without getting spiked. Oh, well. Okay. That's fine too. And in this chest should be another Titanite chunk. I think that was the last of the Dark Wraiths. But I'll do one more sweep over in this direction to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Because we can push a little farther forward to an area that we haven't quite been to yet. Oh, there's one more Dark Wraith back here. I was mistaken. And that's essentially the Dark Wraith run that will get you Titanite chunks and Titanite slabs. Now, we do not want to go through that fog, because that fog leads to the boss and to the Abyss. So, we can't traverse the Abyss because we've not found Artorias. So, we're actually done here for now. Since we cleared out all the enemies that die once and go away. So we're going to Homeward Bone. I'm going to make a run to my blacksmith friend and give him this ember.
That's a brilliant ember you've got there. For all my years in the trade, that might be the finest. How's about you leave that ember with me? I'm just an old smith. I'd give my left arm for a gem like that. Well, thank you mightily for that. Now, just leave the rest to me. Andre of Astora gets the job done, you shall see.
So we're going to modify my equipment. Modify the Great Scythe to +11. And we're going to reinforce. I need one more chunk to get it to +14. And it is fantastic. Oh man, it's going to be such a good weapon. What is that? 372?
Don't get nut.
And he's going to be able to do that for us. Let's go ahead and warp back to the Firelink Shrine bonfire. And we'll take a look at some of the things that we've acquired. And I'll get ready to do some grinding off camera, because I really want to get my armor and my weapons up to snuff here. But first we're gonna go ahead and level up. Ooh, it's taking some souls to get there now. But I should have a soul that I can use that will push me. Oh yeah. Oh, and I have the Firekeeper soul. Okay, so what we'll do right now is I will change equipment. We don't need the transient curses right now. And we're gonna spend some souls here. I don't know if this is gonna get me enough souls for 2 level ups. It may not. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna. That's unfortunate. Nope, we're about 4,000 too short. 4,500 or so. Whoops. Well, that's okay, because at the very least, we can talk to the Firekeeper and upgrade the Estus Flask. So now we have an Estus Flask +3, which is pretty good. And I think that will do it for this episode, because at this point I just want to grind up some souls and get materials, but I will go ahead and do that off camera because that's really boring. But I will be making a video of how I do that, so be on the lookout for that. I'm also going to be doing a video about the scythe run and how to do it properly instead of just kind of grabbing the scythe and running the way I did. I'm going to attempt to grab the scythe, beat the boss, get it upgraded, and really get the character overpowered, and I'll show you how to do that in a different video. And I'm also going to be coming out with a video about the depth shards and souls run from earlier, so be on the lookout for those here in the next few days. Actually, they might come out before this, but whatever. So I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.